Mine's so fun. He's like, I was sad, but I'm happy. Ish. Or what people keep missing out on is, again, I was in this for 2 years. I have my college paid for, so if I ever decided to, I could take that route. But even like you said, $800, do the session, I get my certificate to start personal training. I'm Gucci. And I still have that. Or, like, how do you do your personal training? Are you just like your own coach or the gym? I know, I'm thinking like that. Say if I'm competing with people, I got the certification, like say you get, and then I have a back. After COVID, that's like literally been the goal. It's like, I don't trust my gym closing down again. I need to have my own personal gym in my garage. Like, the goal is eventually the garage is going to be like my go-to station, my gaming center, and my gym. And if I ever decide for some
reason,
you're
gonna have a big fucking garage, then, dude.
Compared to my room, it's a way better.
Oh, he's back. Shall I start it?
Yeah, start it.
Wait! Yeah, same here.
Oh, we good now?
Yeah, I'm making my way over right now.
Damn, son. Sorry. That's...
I feel you. Could be worse. I think I still low-key feel I just got friend zoned, but again, I don't care. We talk of the idea that, yeah, no, one day we'll hang out, we'll go eat, I'll either fly out there or you come to Cali, we'll have a good time still. But as far as like the whole romantic side of it is, she's a fucking brick wall. A fucking brick wall.
Like the brickest of walls or just a brick wall?
I'll show you one thing. Carito, say I text you and I say, hey, how's your day going? What are you going to respond with?
It's good, man. Just woke up, about to play some games. Will be you.
Exactly. All I get is her response, and that's it.
That's fucked up.
That's it.
Hey, I got a viewer. Geez. What's going on, motherfucker?
With that being said, that's why I'm okay being a manho, because this is like, look, if you're not going to settle down, I'm confident enough in myself to know someone will. Someone will.
Oh, Imperials.
The Rebel Alliance thought it
oh my god, Wolf.
But no one can escape.
Yeah, Wolfie, lead the match.
Prepare the assault.
Hey, no, we started, bro.
It's not that bad. I mean,
yeah, it could be worse, though.
Yeah, again, at least she was able to like, oh yeah, I'm happy. I hope things are going good with you. Whereas it's like with me and fucking lovers, it's like, oh hey, how's your day? How was your day going? Oh, it was going pretty good.
That's it.
And starts a rant, and then starts a rant about maybe her side of it, and it's just like, mine was all right.
Bro, that's how girls are, man.
I know, dude, that's why, like, again, I don't mind being a manho. I really don't. It's just like, oh, I can't believe you were like this. It's like, homie, you showed me zero affection. At least what What's-Her-Face did. It's like, I don't care that you're hurt with what I did, lover. All I know is, at least when I'm talking with, like, fucking Tabitha and Tiffany over here, at least she cares enough to be like, oh, I hope your day's going good, Wolfie. Oh, yeah, I had a great day, Wolfie. How was yours? You don't do that! With that being said, though, it's just a matter of who do I want to be with more, Tabitha or Tiffany?
Wait, do you actually know bitches named Tabitha and Tiffany?
Not yet.
Man. You know what I need to do? I need to play virtual reality now. That'd be fun.
I have it. What games do you have?
I have Five Nights at Freddy's. I hate this guy. I don't even remember now. I got lost off my train of thought. I know I have FNAF VR. I have ow, that's my face. Rec Room. I have Rec Room. I have Job Simulator, Space Pirate Trainer. Some other shit. I don't remember.
But yeah, long story short is, women are difficult, but however, moral of the story is, women are difficult. However, the easiest way to deal with it is, be way more easy.
Not entirely.
Silence you! Where are you? Where are you? Where the fuck is he?
The situation has changed.
Yeah. It's not like, how do I put this? We can be the easiest things to fucking talk to and read, right? Well, sometimes women don't think that way. They think, hey, here's this complex problem. But in reality, it's a simple problem with a simple solution. But women's minds change things so it is a complex problem and it becomes a complex solution.
No, Fabian, I wasn't talking about being easy to talk to.
That's what we're saying.
Just be a slut, man. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, not even that. Like, that's not gonna make anybody, like, accept the girls that ruin your life, steal your credit card in the middle of the night after they're done giving you the hard one. You know?
Man, if I learned anything in the military is that, and I'm happy for my friend Gown about this, is again, that, you know, it's okay being a man whore. There's nothing wrong with it. Because again, you're never gonna know if he's the one you're with is the right one. Half the time they end up being an asshole within the first week. I said half the time. Where the fuck's Fabian? I need to stare at him in my walker. Half the time. However, there are other situations where that's why being a man is effective, because you don't have to take that sacrifice, because, you know, you fuck around here and there, and maybe you find the right one while you're hoeing, and then you just stop for a second.
This is gonna be named.
Work out, hoe again.
This is gonna be fucking renamed Lovers Politics.
Yes. Because you got your loyalists, which is like the people who believe, no, man, you just gotta work these through to the end, or like, you know. And then you got the even after you got a cookie.
Well, I guess I'm part of the loyalists then.
There's nothing wrong with, you know, saying you're committed to oatmeal when chocolate chips over here looking like a good treat, you know what I mean? You feel me?
You can't compare women to food!
What do you want me to compare them to?
Well, anything but food! That's not how the Force works!
What do you want from me?
That's not how any of this works! You don't just look at a girl and say, hey, that's a nice piece of fucking bacon. What the fuck?
You see, that's the problem. You're comparing them to a slab of meat, therefore you're being more sexist.
No, that's like the analogy that women are always compared to.
All I'm saying is, you know, like, say you're with a girl, and she's like a nice vanilla food, angel food cake.
Why is she a vanilla food cake?
Why won't you let me have this? Fuck!
Look,
there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, having a piece of vanilla cake, but, you know, being like, you know, this vanilla's good, but I don't know if I could commit to it for the rest of my life. You know, maybe I want to fuck around with some chocolate cheesecake, or some strawberry shortcake.
Okay, that's good if you're dating. Like, if I'm not trying to find a partner. Like, when you're young and stupid and you want to go around, that's good for, like, the small dating and in high school. But not when you're trying to fucking find someone to settle down with.
Oh my god.
I don't think you're getting the point across. I don't think you're getting my point across, Fabian.
Give me your point straight. Give me your point straight so I make sure I got it this time.
There's nothing wrong with looking for the one you love. Of course it's not. There's nothing wrong with looking for like that one you want to spend forever with. However, you never know who that's gonna be, which is why I still feel that it's okay to fuck around with something with the idea of, yeah, I'm gonna talk to so and so, and I'm gonna talk to so and so, and if so and so happens to make like a great offer in my life that I want in my life, I'll just commit with her. But if she's not bringing it immediately to the table, and so and so's not bringing it immediately to the table, then there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, I got your point now.
There you go.
Took me a minute. I got the point now. But let me tell you what's funny about that. Let me tell you what's funny about that. I just feel there's a different way to do it. I'm not hopping on you or getting on your ass, dude, because
I feel like
I don't do that. No, I will straight up tell you.
I feel like we're gonna
I'm not harping on you. I'm not telling you like, hey, that shit's stupid. I'm just telling you like, in my personal opinion, I see there's different ways to go about it. That's like me telling you your personal opinion is wrong about anything. I don't do that to you. I don't tell you your politics are wrong. I don't tell you the shit you think about is wrong. I don't know. All I was trying to tell you is that I feel like there's something different.
No more weed for you! Stop this, man!
I didn't even go smoke. I just got something to eat.
All I'm saying is, again, you know, love is like low-key confusing, and it is. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, having fun with the idea of, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna fuck around with people, and if I fall in love during it, it happens, so be it.
Okay, that I can get behind. Just word it.
Exactly. This has been Wolfie's TED Talk. If someone argues with Wolfie's TED Talk,
I would word it differently, though. I don't know how to use this fucking guy.
Then why are you using him?
I don't know. Holy shit, because his lightning goes through shields?
You using Daddy Palps?
Yeah, Daddy Palps. Woo! Oh, Leia!
You killed my daughter.
Oh, I slaughtered your daughter. Is that bad? Was I not supposed to do that?
No, you're good. Okay. She was a bitch anyway.
Fucker.
She was a bitch anyway. Why are you calling women bitches now, man? What the fuck?
Yeah.
She is a bitch.
Did you not hear us earlier? They're not bitches. They're food.
Like they're not food.
And vanilla pudding.
Why are they food?
Maybe even a crunch bar.
A crunch bar. I don't think you want a woman that feels like a crunch bar.
Have you ever been to the streets? Have you ever been that drunk that it's just like, you know what? She's definitely something I can't fill up on, but for like at least to fill the craving for now, sure.
No, I can't say I have.
Then that's where you fail,
Commander. That's not where I fail. That's where I.
That's where you fail, Sergeant.
That's where I keep my penis attached to my body. Hey, what's up, man?
Listen, I'm not trying to say that a crunch bar is supposed to be the equivalent to a fucking fleshlight. I was trying to use it for the equivalent to, like, say, that one night stand that well, you might look back one day being like, why did I do it? But, you know, when you're hanging out with the boys, you know, it's a funny story to tell.
Okay, that I can keep behind.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna be the other guy that's not doing that.
Sir, I'm from Cali, and Hollywood is too crazy. I have to be like that.
I had to go all out with Vader there.
That's why one day there's going to be like a live stream, or if I ever start a YouTube channel and have story times, there's going to be that one story
Bro,
time.
Bro, this is your fucking YouTube channel. Do it here.
That one story. No, I'm talking about for in the future.
Oh, like.
There's going to be that one story time of me being like, I fucked a homeless person who was a witch doctor. like in the long run, like if I'm sober, I'm going to be like, why did I fuck that girl? Like,
Bone Crusher's getting on hot, dude.
Exit out. Exit out.
Exit out? For what?
We're having another person join, Jesus.
Ew.
But like, long story short, it's just like, yeah, like when I'm in the moment, it's just like, why am I fucking?
What am I? That's if you survive that part. Who made clapping noises? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Who is this madman? That is fucking me, dude. I'm the fucking madman. And I got my mad men here with me. Noah, Wolf, and Kemlo. I forgot his name for a minute. We're the mad men.
Are we inviting?
We're not inviting anybody. I'm live streaming one of my comments. My comments are saying.
That's like my type.
Oh god. It's so bad, but so good at the same time.
For me, I think it's always been the same thing. Either someone in the scene phase, or, I'm just going to be completely honest with you, yellow fever.
Yeah.
Look, man, there's just something about them. Because that's racially discriminatory, but they're like angel food cake. They're like that nice little light complexion. They're so soft, and I feel like if you eat them out just right, they melt in your mouth.
Our commenter says, "Which one of you was talking nonsense about the frickin' Crunch Bar?" Which one of us was that actually? That was me and Wolf. That was me and Wolf. So, we have an audience, dude. We have an audience. So I'm trying to keep the audience entertained.
I'm commenting to him. I'm commenting.
I know.
I am your audience.
I have more than you, though.
Okay, so Oscar Montoya, I just want you to hear it out, because again, if we're going with this concept that women are like desserts, just hear me out. Kari, don't shut up. I just want to talk one-to-one with the other Oscar. Like, think of it like this: you meet the girl of your dreams. She's like angel food cake, and then you realize, like maybe like a week or so, that you can't live off angel food cake. You want to explore around with different desserts, and then you're gonna meet that one person in the back alley who's probably trying to sell you drugs. That's your Crunch Bar. Like, it wouldn't fill you up for eternity, but I feel for the one day to at least satisfy the craving, it works. And that's why I'd say, like, you know, you should strive to go for that dream dessert you would want to in life, like the angel food cake, the cheesecake, the German chocolate cheesecake, Germans, or again, like a nice little thing of like figgy pudding. I don't know what you're into, Oscar. I don't even know what I'm into yet. That's why I'm exploring the desserts out there. But sometimes, you know, maybe you just want to eat something lighter. You just want like that one small craving for a day, which is what the Crunch Bar, the Hershey Bar, the Whopper even is. The fucking Kinder Egg. Yeah, sometimes you have to go for the fat bitches that look like Kinder Eggs. Again, but I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that, you know, in life, life is too short to just live solely off angel food cake. You need to explore all the variety of desserts that is out there that is known as women. You feel me?
That's why I agree. Okay, that makes sense. I like that. Oscar says, I can defend him on this one after freshman year after Olivia. He sounds worse than fresh. Fuck, he does not, dude. Okay, let me tell you this, okay? So, Oscar Montoya, this guy here, our freshman Oscar, he, okay, I grew up with this kid, like, in school. No, we're waiting for someone, apparently. So...
I thought we were waiting for Javi.
Yeah, Javi. So, he's going to be on, like, 2 minutes. Anyways, what was it? Okay, me and Oscar went to high school together. In high school, he had this girl that he was obsessed with. Okay, her name was. Oh, you see, we already put the name in there. Her name was Olivia. I was considering her name something else, but her name was Olivia. Yeah, I know.
She sounds
he
like
was
Swiss cheesecake.
Obsessed with this girl, like obsessed, like constantly telling me, "Hey, man, I want to get with her. I want to get with her so bad." I was like, "Bruh, why?" So like, she obviously doesn't want you, and he was like, "No, I got to. I have to." I was like. Alright, so I try to show him tips and tricks, you know, like to talk to people, because this motherfucker don't really know how to talk to people. No offense, my guy.
Fair enough.
So, I take this kid and I'm like teaching him, I'm telling him like, yo, when you talk to people, just don't hold back the emotions that are holding you back. Let loose emotion. Let loose these feelings that you want to show with words, but know how to form them into words. And this guy is just like, hi, Oscar, you go now. It fucking makes me laugh every single time. So
do you want me to give him some real advice right now?
Give him some fucking real advice. Actually, here, wait, before you realize, before you freak out, he is already moved on past Olivia. But this could be future advice for what he grows with.
Yeah. Because again, with females, the biggest issue I've seen is like a lot of guys say, "Oh, how do I talk to girls?" And you always hear that same bullshit that girls say, "Oh, just talk to us like normal people." I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Yeah. You kind of do, because they always talk about, even though they're shallow as fuck, they always talk about, I like a guy with a good personality. And that's why the same zero amount of chill I have in this live stream normally when I talk to the people of the opposite gender, or whatever the gender they decide to fucking qualify themselves as, there's no chill. They don't get saved from my madness. Like, again, the same way I talk to Fabian, calling him, like, the N-word or screaming at him for no purposeful reason, I promise you, if I were to meet a Tiffany, she's getting the same madness.
Probably getting the same madness.
Exactly, because let's be honest, if for some reason she is not so shallow that she cares about your personality, why are you going to fake one to get her when in all honesty, that you wanted her to love you for you? Oh, well, fuck Camelo. But why would you want her to fall in love with this fake facade that you put up when you probably have a personality that probably Fabian and a lot of dudes like? So, of course, there's going to be some chick out there that's like, this dude's fucking crazy. This dude's fucking psychotic. He speaks his mind. He's out there. I love him. And that's the point I want to make with here. Shut up over here, Bone. I'm trying to make a statement to Oscar. I'm helping him for his future endeavors. So the biggest thing. I wasn't even going to say nothing. So. Oh, I thought that was fake. I thought that was you when you. I thought that was you who said what. My bad, bro.
I just joined.
Anyway, he's going on a rant, dude. Shut up. Let him go. Let him go. No, let him go on his rant. Let him go. Let him go.
Go on your rant. Keep going.
Okay. But yeah, like, again, people always say, like, oh, I don't know how to talk to girls. Or, oh, they get mad when they're like, they just said talk to them like normal people, but you don't. It's like, I promise you, if you go at them with the same kind of energy you go at when you talk to, like, Fabian, or, like, the librarian, or some random dude on the street who's selling you drugs, I promise you, either they're gonna not like you and fuck them, because probably she was a slut anyways, or she's going to like you for your personality, and that's the kind of one you want to strive for. Remember, that's the angel food cake you're striving to get. The one that sits well in your stomach.
You have beautiful speeches.
Thanks, dog. I appreciate it.
You should do public speaking.
Well, he's right. He's right, too, because that's what you do gotta do. You can't go over to girls and make, like, this whole fake backstory and all this dramatic shit when they finally meet your parents and realize you're a fucking rich and wealthy wear-off. It's like, it doesn't help your case at all, either, because you look like a jackass in the end of it, and then she turns it on you, saying, oh, you could never be true with me. How do I know you were true about all this other bullshit? And now you look like an asshole. Because you weren't 100% real. You're still trying
to pull off this facade, and now she's pregnant, and now it's just no one's happy right there.
And it gets worse by that. Yeah.
If you're striving for the crunch bar, though, then by all means, if it's supposed to be a one night thing, shit, by all means, if you're trying to just get a crunch bar for a day, by all means, you could be the fucking king of England, because you're never gonna talk to her again. But if it's that person you're trying to be, if you're going for that angel food cake in your life, then by all means, dude, just keep it real with them.
Oh yes, tonight I will go out with the crunch bar.
I mean, at this point, I just make a lot of bad jokes that Fabian knows. I make that's a lot cleaner. He had 3 dates so far, and then figured out though through Rob they're psychos. What the fuck? Can somebody read this and not I?
I mean, at this point, I just make a lot of bad jokes that Fabian knows I make. A lot cleaner. I had 3 dates so far and figured out through Rob they're psychos. It'd be like that, dude. And like I've said, it's just about exploring. Like, that's what dating is. That's what making your move on females is. Again, like I was saying earlier, Oscar, life is just about exploring different desserts until you find one that sits well with your stomach. You know, it's just exploring a bunch of different females, you know, getting to know people, getting to socialize, talking to people. Shut up, I'm trying to help Oscar right here.
Shut the fuck up, Bobby.
You know, like the psychos are like those angel food cakes that your friend never told you was laced with marijuana. You know, like at the time it looks good until you realize that midway through, holy shit, this is a horrible trip I'm on. I should probably never touch this again. And that's a smart thing. Or just be more safe with it.
Shut up, Bobby.
I know you haven't, but I'm talking like with Oscar with his situation of, oh yeah, I've been on 3 dates and they've been psychos, and that's just like that occasional.
Is this the Oscar you've told you always have in your lives?
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is the Oscar.
Yeah.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Man, Wolf's saying is right, dude. That's Wolf fucking says truth.
Yeah.
Please tell me you're in Tucson. I need a new wingman and a new man for the group. I'm dying of laughter right now. And no, Oscar, he's actually not in Tucson. He's in Cali.
What's Stone doing?
I don't know why he's telling you this, but what I'm hearing is that he's right, though.
We're podcasting.
Wolf is right.
This stream is called Battlefront the Podcast. That's what I should rename it to.
Can I rename it? At the end of the day, though, like I was talking about with well, Oscar was here when I said it. It's like, yeah, they were psychos, but think of it at the end. When you're older, these are gonna make funny ass stories for when you're with your boys, like they are right now in the comments. Right. Again, like I was saying earlier, like, say I'm in Hollywood, I meet some random ass hobo on the corner of the street that ends up being some psycho bitch that knows how to fucking, I don't know, possess your soul or some shit. You know, in the moment, I'll be terrified.
The day that's like a demon. That's a succubus right there.
That's a cholo.
It's a witch doctor. But like I said, like in the moment, it's like, holy shit, my life's about to end. But like that next week, though, when I come back to like Fabian and like Javi in the live stream, I'll be like, dude, I just fucked a witch doctor and I almost died. It was fucking gnarly, bro. Again, life is about making the best out of everything. So, yeah, she was a psycho. You get stories out of it, and you know what to look out for when you find someone else. Again, it's about finding what suits you. It's about what sits right with your stomach. Women are like dessert, and you're trying to find that one dessert that, if you needed to, you could live the rest of your life eating.
You keep coming back to food.
Because it's a perfect alliteration for it.
All right, what does Noah and Camlo think since they're in the podcast too?
Wolf, you're gonna be like the new. You're gonna be like our. You're gonna be like the Mexican Martin Luther King. That's how good your speeches are.
Thanks, dog. I appreciate it.
Hey, Martin Luther Jr.
My name is Martin Luther.
Martin Lorenzo Jr.
Martin Gonzalez Jr. You can just call me Junior.
Wait. Camlo and Noah gotta share their thoughts now, because y'all been talking for the whole fucking time. God damn it.
No, spit some knowledge on them. Come on, Noah, spit some knowledge on them.
Well, you don't.
I know that feeling. So eat my ass.
It is. Maybe knows my culinary
and
background.
Like I've said to you before, Noah, it's just like, again, it happens. It's just a matter of how you open yourself up to people. Like again, there's stereotypical people like your simps basically. They're like, oh hey, I just wanted you to know I love you, and I'd like to think that we could maybe get together or something, or can I get your number? And you know that could work for like a Crunch Bar,
for some
maybe
people.
even like maybe a dollar store like cheesecake, but. If you want someone to love you, for you, what you would need to do, you need to be funny, of course, but that kind of goes into your personality. Like, for example, Javi could probably just say something random and it could work. Just like I could walk up to a girl and be like, hey, I don't know if anyone told you this, but there's a piece of fucking gum behind you. Watch your step. Oh, by the way, hail Satan.
I'm just going to be like, hey, are you a lottery ticket? Because I'm delusional and think I have a chance. Hey, I'm Javi.
This motherfucker, dude, I tell him all the time, he's funny shit, throw him out there, but he's got like these bitches lined up, honestly, and they're all like, oh, they want to be his friends and everything. Like, nigga, one of you touched one of their boobs once. That's not friendship level. That's more than that.
Exactly. It's just about learning to make the move too.
I mean, Javi went for it. He got a whole handful of titty.
It is, Fabian.
She didn't even slap him.
Yeah, that part I was lucky for.
She didn't slap him because she knew.
Mm.
Look at this virgin.
Hey. Wolf, you better not be laughing at
Pilot. Yeah. Listen here, exactly. Not you. I'm talking to Stone Temple Pilot here.
Not me?
Tell him. Give him the speech.
Not all of us are lucky to roofie our girlfriend so we can get some, okay? You calm down over there.
Who said it had a roofie? I don't even know how to get roofies.
Fabian has class. He doesn't use roofies. He uses Rohypnol.
Fuck you mean? I got a rag with chloroform.
He uses chloroform.
So Courtney,
I taught you well, homie.
I know, chloroform works.
I bet you he even has a stupid little.
No, I wasn't harping on you though. No, I was just giving you a hard time.
No, you have the pickup line for that too. You just walk up with a napkin and you're like, hey, does this smell like chloroform?
I'm kidding. Unless.
What about Camlo? What does Camlo say?
But here's the thing: if they're dumb enough to follow, or if they're dumb enough to like fall for that, that's bad.
That's bad.
That's very bad.
Anyway,
like, you're like, hey, does this smell like chloroform? And they smell it and pass out. You're probably getting lucky because you're weird, but
let Camlo talk for a minute. God damn.
Camlo talk.
I'm over here just like.
He's invested in my teaching.
Here's what you're not doing. You're not taking the chance to just speak up and have one of us shut up. Because you can shut me up if you talk. Come on, talk.
I mean, for me, I'm the type to listen. I'm the type to listen, take everything in, and when it's my time to turn to talk, I'm just like, alright, shut the fuck up. I mean,
alright, it's your time to talk.
Baby, let him have his time to talk. He's talking.
So basically, I'm over here just like, I'm hungry now.
Bro, same!
You're high, Fabian. You're. No matter. I could have said women are like vehicles, and you'd still be
Why
fucking
they thought it'd be fucking vehicles, though?
I'm over here just like, okay, now I want to
talk. Okay, we'll
though.
use this alliteration too. Maybe in life you're striving for that fucking 2019 Porsche, but you sometimes settle for like a 2006 Lincoln.
Do you know who Jeff Dunham is?
Or sometimes a girl car.
Do you know who Jeff Dunham is?
No.
Fabian's not alone. I'm high with him. Yeah.
So, do you know who Jeff Dunham is?
Dunham. Yes, the funny guy. Okay. He's the funny guy.
Do you remember what he made Walter say about women? Like, it's a new car after you just bought last year's model, and it's nice at first, and you like it, you drive it, then you see the new car, and you're like, oh, can I just sit in it? That's what I thought of right now. It's funny to me.
That's what I like when he even tells him to just think of his wife differently. Just put new heads on it. Just putting new headlights on it doesn't make it a Corvette.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's get back on topic. What was Camlo saying?
I don't know.
Just over here, just like, okay.
Something something virgin.
Women are food.
Wolf, you shut up. You're the same.
Wait, we're getting what he learned from us. What is it, Camlo?
All right. I've learned this. Women are
your
food.
ABCs.
Shut the fuck up. I'm over here just like, alright. Women are food. What are men, then?
We're the consumers
of
food.
Men, we'll say it like this for women. Men are like food, but as like I use the alliteration that women are desserts, men are more like the actual meals. You could settle with like those fucking microwave meals, that fuckboy across the street who doesn't work for a living. Or you could settle for something made by Emerald Lagasse that maybe costs you a bit more time and effort to get, but it's worth it in the end.
Is she like better than Martha Stewart if you had to reference that one?
Oh.
Alright, and here's my second thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you know those like dudes or women that pretend to be the opposite gender, right?
Yeah.
That's called
transvestites?
No,
would they be mystery meat dinners?
Oh my god.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I feel. Okay, Oscar says it took him a year to get out of that situation and accidentally get into 3 other situations before the year's over.
Is he asking for my advice on this?
He's just stating, like, going on it, I guess. He's not asking for advice about it, but we should give him advice because that's what this podcast is about.
Do you really want mine? Because I feel this was going to be controversial.
Do it.
Javi, join Battlefront.
I didn't want to play Battlefront right now.
Join Battlefront. We're all waiting for you.
Do you really want me to do my controversial statement to that kind of situation?
But
Oscar, roll with it. And that's the best thing you could do. It's like, yeah, it's 3 different situations with 3 different women, but again, like I've said, you're either going to learn from it, you're either going to make something out of it, or you're going to laugh from it. And I feel that's just the smartest thing you can go with it. Like, yeah, like they're gonna be 3 of the most ridiculous situations of your life. Oh, something went wrong. They're gonna be some of the most ridiculous situations of your life, but at the end of the day, you're either going to learn, okay, I know not to chase after these females. I know to make sure that that's a female before I know it's a female. And then with this one, I need to learn about her personality. Exactly. And I know that this one I need to make sure that I check about their personality before I ever even try to commit.
And also, Oscar, remember what Wolf was saying before, like, it's okay to go try out other desserts and shit, too. Don't just,
exactly. You don't have, especially like you said, he's a freshman, right?
Yeah, no, he was. Right now, I think he's a college freshman, actually.
Oh no, but still, like that would still put him at what, like 20, 21? Homie, we're still young. You don't have to commit to an angel food cake this early in your life. You could still fuck around with, like, again, chocolate cake, cheesecake, angel food cake, fucking figgy pudding. You can even have a couple crunch bars in between. There's nothing wrong with that. It's life.
Yes, take the crunch bar.
Life is too short for you to be like, you know what? I wish I had fucked around with more chocolate bars, or protein bars, or fucking even tried that fucking scrap of like a Milky Way on the corner of the street. Life's too short for you to have all these like ideas. But still,
pick up the gum off the sidewalk if you need to, man.
Exactly. Life's too short for you to be constantly thinking like, oh, what if? You should not be thinking what if. You should be like, I'm happy I did it.
Gum from the bottom of a desk and ate it.
Wait, are prostitutes just like the gum you find on the railings?
Yeah.
No,
sometimes you find brand new wrapped gum. Sometimes you find gross ass disgusting gum.
Brand new wrapped escorts.
Prostitutes maybe like kitchen soup oatmeal.
Oh,
hey,
God.
You can't call them hookers anymore. You gotta call them, escorts.
You gotta call them spit out gum.
But wait, couldn't you also compare men to lollipops?
Oh my God, he didn't fucking hear any of that. His computer updated and he left.
I respect that. Who left?
Oscar.
No.
He just came back. He just said, I'm back, sorry, my computer updated, what did I miss?
Again?
You said, what did I miss? Hit him with the fucking advice again.
Let me get my philosophical glasses on.
Wait. He says, how do you get out of a situation with twins?
Whoa.
Oh, so it's this advice, right?
Yeah.
It's this advice, right? If you care enough about them, you'll find a way to get out. If you don't, homie, again, that's gonna make a great story for your future.
And like, trust me, if that's one of his, what is it? What do you call your one-nighters?
Crunch bars.
Your crunch bars.
If you're going for a crunch bar,
that's technically a Kit Kat.
You might as well risk it and go for a Kit Kat.
Exactly,
that's what
man.
I was gonna say. You want the sandwich.
Again, worst case, you just go for it. You try and get it. You try and get it right. If it happens, it happens. If not, homie, you know what kind of story that's going to be cool? Imagine that kind of story when you're out at a bar talking to your friends. Like, you'll have someone talk about, yeah, I just fucked this blonde. She was all right. Oh, I fucked this black chick. It was really protesting. Anyways, you'll be one of the few
None of that here!
But you'll be one of the few people to be like, homie, I was getting at it with twins. It didn't end pretty, but I got with twins.
I got confused and fucked their father.
You got a taco. You in between the taco, man. You that meat in between the taco.
Oh, I just found out what transgenders would be on the food line.
What?
They'd be the school cafeteria meat. Because
why would you do that?
Because you can see what it looks like.
I didn't know way shape or form in those days.
Oh, God.
But here's the thing. Here's why. You can look at the meat and think it's a regular meat, but then you bite into it and you're like, that isn't the right one.
It's like
whoa!
It's like
That was an echo.
It's either
I'm tripping. I feel like Fabian now.
It's Javi.
No, it's not me.
Look at him.
This man, politically speaking,
God
and
damn.
that makes sense.
Damn. Fucking went off, man.
He's not wrong, because again, if you don't like him, you're a transphobe, which is stupid. Because again, I'm pretty sure they're more scared of me than I am of them.
Hey, honestly, what would you name the stream now?
I still name it the Battlefront II podcast. Hashtag.
I like how we're looking for co-op. I like how we're looking for co-op, and we have 5 people.
Yeah, no, cancel it. Do supremacy or some shit.
Eventually.
Somebody's talking in the background, and I
think that's Wolf.
Can't even hear nothing. No, somebody else was, but it was. Oh,
that's Noah.
There's Noah here
he
too.
Went on for like a full 5 minutes in between that whole little conflict there, and did not care that everybody was talking over him.
Oh,
like, you see, why I think it's wrong is because the government is actually. And meanwhile, we're just all here.
No.
Oh yes, we are the crunch bars.
Nigga, what?
When did we stay behind weird?
When did we stray?
We stand weird on this podcast, man.
No,
we
when
do.
did we get normal?
We need to make
I
this a
don't
podcast.
remember being
Be a regular
normal.
thing.
I don't.
Yeah,
want to
we
be
are normal.
None of us
No,
are
we're
fucking
not.
normal. Look at
Normal
Granted,
people.
don't get me wrong.
If-
Don't get me wrong.
here's
I'll
the
never
thing.
cut off my dick and say I'm a woman, but I'm not
If
normal.
if you ever hear somebody say that they're perfectly normal, that's the
Kill
that's
them.
the person
Punch
that has
them.
bodies in their basement.
Kill them.
those are the people that have the most bodies.
They're
Yeah.
the super
Okay,
virgins.
okay, listen up. Look, the only thing I've seriously messed up with was hitting on a bunch of women who were taken at an ASU party.
Oh
And?
God.
While
That
all
happens.
their boyfriends were there and I was drunk.
And shit, if you got
Damn,
it, shit, you're more of a
son.
savage than most men. Remember
Right, I
that.
know, right?
Just remember that. Just think of it like that, Oscar. If you had
think-
gotten it, you would have been more savage than most men are nowadays. Most men
I think-
focus on trying to simp over women. You would have gotten with a woman in front of her boyfriend. You would be a literal fucking god.
You probably still would have got your teeth punched out though, but yeah, at least
But
you had
you'd be
the
a
story.
god.
You.
Everyone from theater was almost there in 2 minutes.
If he
Oh,
really
minus
did
two.
that, he'd be. If he really did that, he'd be a real life Johnny Bravo.
He would
Hey,
be.
baby.
But he'd get it. That'd be the thing. If he had gotten it, he'd
I
be
have
fucking a legend.
She's right. I have a boyfriend. He goes, well, you look like the kind of girl that should have two.
That's not the position I'm applying
He's
for.
like, I have a boyfriend. Do you want to make it too, though? That's the question.
Oh my god.
He's how about this?
Double the dick.
What did Noah say?
Think of it as a 2-for-1 meal.
Double the
God.
sausage.
You get your French fries with your
He
boyfriend, and then
almost
you get the whole
died
course, which is
twice,
me, baby.
literally. His friend had to act as his bodyguard.
Damn, girl.
That's
How
how
do
you know
make
they
eggs in the
simping.
morning?
I know, right?
Scrambled.
Damn girl, I'm
For
gonna
the
raid you
last.
like I raided
I don't understand
Area
that.
51.
You're calling men simp, but why? Why are we calling them simps now? Is that a thing
don't
the
know what
feminists,
simp
the
means.
Nazi feminists started, or what?
No one knows.
It was given to us by the blue head women.
Shut the fuck up, Noah speaking words to me.
A whole different gender.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's so true. Wait.
Well, here's my
Okay,
problem with
let me
that.
put those into other words.
You
Nice
made me
guys always
you
finish
made me
last. Should have
so-
known that.
I know, but here's the thing with that though too. It's like
I'm so
I
amazed
would
and so
understand that.
insulted
I
at the
would
same
understand that, Noah, if you and me were like in our 40s or 50s and we were raised more like that. But this is the thing: it is the 21st century. We have grown up around about that, and I am a strong believer in Darwinism. Adapt or die. It's like you either stay a simp, and we could be those people who stay simps and complain about it, or again, you be like what they always wanted you to be, a hater. Hate
Hey, you
on
know
them,
what's funny
hate on
about
the
that?
simps, and keep moving.
You know what's funny about that? The moment, like, you become the hater, you're all of a sudden the bad guy again.
And
Like,
that's fine.
you get pushed to this edge, and once you get to that edge, you're like, ah, fine, I guess. And then all of a sudden, boom. What a fucking dick. Look at this asshole. That happens every single time.
And again, if that's their problem, oh well for them. That's their loss. Again,
I did.
I did.
Secured command post fish.
That was what?
conversation, I had no idea what the hell
Yeah.
you were saying. I'm just like, wow, I forgot how good this game is.
I'm staying away from
Exactly.
that.
And like
You
I've
should
always
be a
said,
psych-
and what I've
You
always
should
said
be-
is,
You
what
should
I've
be a
always
professor at Harvard for sociology. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
that's what
no,
he
but here's
says.
my thing with but go ahead.
Says, now how can I approach them normally is the next question, because they've only asked me to tutor them in proper Spanish, or when I'm working while I use my bad jokes on top of it. They're trying to be subtle because I'm trying to read just to be normal.
Tell them you can roll your R's.
Okay, stop with the Discord stuff. I want to actually hear what they will want to say about Oscar.
Oh God, I fell.
So rephrase what Oscar said again, just real quick.
Okay, so he's asking you, how do I approach them normally? Because he says whenever people they talk to him is when they ask him to be a tutor or they listen to his bad jokes when he's working.
You should try getting a wingman.
Like that's a good idea too. Or like what I was gonna say when you brought up tutoring is again, that's them liking you for something you could bring to the table, your intelligence, and take it. And then when you decide to start tutoring them, slowly open yourself up more to them. Like like I always do. Like I'll play video games about Star Wars, and I'll start making puns about Star Wars, and just slowly start to transfer. And we'll slowly start to transfer it to where, yeah, I will make a joke about like, yeah, Anakin, I have the high ground, haha. And then it'll slowly progress into like, yeah, this is why I think you're a fucking communist.
So you're just assuming this girl related to Star Wars?
That's switched so far.
No, I'm trying to make that.
Rare.
No. Listen, I'm trying to make that parallel. Like he could just be teaching her math, and then make puns about it, make jokes about it. Like show that he actually has a personality outside of this one small like variable that she likes him for. It's like he's good at math. I wanted to talk to him about tutoring, and then you teach him tutoring.
Why do I feel like he would tell the cheesy jokes that math teachers would tell in school?
He tells worse Spanish jokes than Spanish teachers would tell you in school.
Let me guess. He tells them to say...
But here's the thing, though.
Let me guess, does he tell them that puta means hi?
I think he has once.
But here's the thing, though. Would you rather him tell these cheesy jokes during tutoring, or him not even talk to her at all?
See, he's right. Like, if it's a segue into a conversation, use that segue into the conversation. Like, don't make it weird too, though. Don't be like, did you know that the raccoon can fit the whole 12 inches and your asshole can stretch the 12 inches? Like, that's not a fucking good segue into any conversation.
What if he's teaching her biology? When he says that,
not even the same thing, because that's
just like a simple thing.
You're tutoring this person, okay? You're tutoring this person, and like you guys don't know each other very well, and it's very awkward between two of you. And you're just trying to show him something, him or her something, like what you're teaching him.
If you are
shut
teaching,
the fuck up.
I'm trying to say something.
You made me lose my train of thought. Where was I? Someone who was keeping track of me. Oh,
okay,
tutoring.
I'll just tell. I was gonna say I'll tell my thing while you think of it. Because like what I was gonna say is,
I got it, man.
Even like a simple thing you could do, in my opinion, is again, you're not gonna be talking about Spanish for like the whole session. Eventually, you're gonna have that downtime where it could just be awkwardly silent. And there's nothing wrong with those. And there's nothing wrong with those small ass icebreakers like, by the way, how was your day? Or like, what did you think of class? Stuff like that. Just so we can slowly start to transition into a different subject, and you get to start showing more of yourself by telling her, my day sucked because, this happened, or it was great because, I finally got to do something outside of the class like this, or that, or this.
Little thing, don't use a very bad pickup line if you're doing biology, because all of them are very naughty.
They are very naughty, yes.
Like, don't just sit there and try to use this joke as an icebreaker. Be like, hey, I'm no pituitary gland, but I can make a hormone. That's not a good way to do the icebreaker.
Anyways, what Wolf is saying is like legit straight on the line. But another thing too is that like they're all saying, you're gonna have those awkward moments. Don't make it even worse.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like if it's already awkward and tense, don't do the whole raccoon joke, or don't say something really weird like, "Oh, you smell nice." That's not gonna fucking. If it's already awkward and you say, "Oh, you smell nice," they're gonna be like, creeper, get the fuck out of my house," and then
if you're gonna if you are gonna try for awkward, go for adorable awkward.
Yeah, but again, like the biggest thing too with these awkward moments too is get to know the person. Like if you actually like them. Like again, maybe. Like, if it's awkward enough, just ask how their day's going, get to know more about them. Like, why did that? Why was it like that? Or, yeah, like, I feel like that too. I didn't even know you were in this class. Or, like, you did this. What got you in? Like, ask, like, the questions that build off of, like, certain subjects so you actually get to know the person.
You know what helps, too, getting to know the person?
I don't like that.
Is you relate a little bit to him. You don't try and be like, "Oh yeah, I totally know how it feels." You relate, "Well, that's cool." I think definitely like that.
You just want to get to know them. Even if you don't know anything at all about that shit, you could just be simple as like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, what's it like?" or something simple like that.
And you know how you said you're tutoring them in Spanish? Well, what you should do, too, in my opinion, is instead of just focusing so hard on, like, the whole, oh, this is the proper Spanish, show them some stuff that you say that's, like, personal to you, because that way they know something about you. And they're learning about you in the process of you learning about them.
Exactly.
This is messing with my mind so much.
What is messing with your mind?
He's getting woke right now.
He's getting woke.
Not only because I don't like some of it, but the stuff I don't like is so true.
What don't you like? What don't you like
about it?
I forget what I don't like. Repeat
it. Women. Now, here's the next thing. How can you identify signals? Because this girl from my job was really looking forward to working with me at my job today because she enjoyed my jokes yesterday. Is there more to this? Because I feel like you just cut that off midway.
That's a Fabian kind of thing to deal with because he actually has a girlfriend.
The only signals I can tell are the driving signals.
I guess this is mine. So signals are really hard to identify.
Please enlighten me.
It's not just like, even if you've been with someone for 6-something years, it's still hard to identify signals sometimes because they expect you to know what's in their brain. And 90% of the time, 90% of the time, we can't do that unless we have some trick that we picked up on them. Like, for me and Courtney, I'll have, like, she'll say something and I'll try and remember it and I'll write it down if it's important information. And that's a signal I get because she'll repeat it a few times. But that's me being with her for 4 years. There could be things that people drop on you, like a simple shoulder turn, or like a change in the way they look at you, like a change in their glance at you. You know, sometimes signals are really, really subtle. Like,
listen
you
to
just
the
have
way
to...
they speak, because the voice, depending on the gender, the voice will either get deeper or higher in the presence of someone they like.
Yeah. But the whole thing I'm trying to say is that yes, it's hard to pick up on signals, but start looking early on. Keep your eyes open for what they do, for quirks that they do, and if something seems out of their pattern, you know that, hey, they might be trying to tell me something. Like, if she's looking at you with the fuck me eyes, that means she wants to fuck you. If she's looking with you, give us the ring, my precious eyes, you're good.
Actually, I have one other idea that could work, just in case.
Hit him.
Just because... So there's, again, you could do what Fabian does, which works. Well, but there's that...
He's fucking talking, asshole.
I thought you said to hit them.
I'm gonna go into a quiet corner so I can actually speak about this.
Okay, good.
Fuck off, droid. Anyways, Al, okay. What I really could recommend, because it's honestly worked for me, is you always hear that, oh, I don't know the signals, I don't know this. And you know what could, and in my honest opinion, if you don't know how to read them, like how, even though Fabian said to try to be very perceptive about it, play oblivious. Just do it. Make it to where, if she were to really like you, she'll have to literally come out and just bluntly say it. I say that because it's worked. Like, again, I've literally had someone just literally, they try to say, oh, I made it so obvious, and it literally had to take her being like, you do know I like you, right? It's like, no. Because, again, you could look for the signals.
Shit.
And if you know how to do it, you can. If you're like Fabian, where you've studied it, you know this person, it could work. If not, you make it to where you just play the dumb game until she has to be basically man enough. I know that's a very gender term, but basically have the balls to be like, look, I've been trying to make it obvious, but you're an idiot. I like you. And that could work. That could.
And you want to know, in all honesty, that was me the first few months that I was talking to Courtney. And that's before we started dating. Like, she dropped hella hints that she wanted to be with me, and I was just like, hey, the sky's purple.
Dude, that was me with Ellie. She literally had to get wasted to say it to me.
I mean, I wasn't wasted.
Drunk confession.
Drunk confession? Oh shit, Grievous is in the infirmary.
Oh, I'm getting shot at. I'm getting shot at, Al.
Wolf,
I think we made the same mistake.
You think that might be a good trick? Is just get them drunk?
No, because they can say you raped them.
But here's the thing. It's
how does that work?
No, listen to me. Listen to me. Just both of you. Like, it's a bit fucked up. But say you're friends with this person, and you just happen to be like, hey, do you want to come to a party? And
yeah, exactly.
there.
Yeah. That works too.
So it's kind of not the it's not morally the right thing to do, but it's an option. And if you know anything about me, I have no morals.
Yeah, we know you have no morals. I can hear it in your voice.
And I still feel like that might just be one of your downfalls, man. Like, again, just learn to loosen up, be chill. Don't be a gentleman, just be you. There's nothing wrong with... Again, I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong with the Casanova, the nice guy, the gentleman version that we know as Noah Trujillo. But I bet you there's one person they love more than this gentleman facade that you probably put. I bet you there's one version of you they love more than the gentleman version of Noah. And that's the real Noah. The Noah who I can make, who literally talks about TikToks and memes when we're in a gameplay. The Noah who, in theory, doesn't give a fuck about probably me being in the gym because he's probably bigger or just heavier or just knows how to lift better. The Noah that, you know, is very committed to Star Wars and cosplay. Remember, like you said, no one cares about the nice guy anymore. You know what they care about just as much though? You. They care about what you bring to the table. Like, again, that's honestly why I kind of get mad when you use the nice guy bullshit, because, again, no one cares about if you're a nice guy or a douchebag. They like you for your personality.
Your speeches, I swear, they put smiles on my face.
Right?
Because it's true, though, because you hear people like, oh, that she doesn't like me and I was so nice to her. It's like, that's the simpest shit I've ever heard. And you hear people like, I was being a douchebag to her. Why didn't it work? Because you were being an asshole. You know what they look for in a person? Someone they can communicate with, someone they can talk to, someone they have things in common with. Not this person who's gonna literally bend their fucking knee to them like they're fucking Star Killer to Darth Vader. If that was the case, they would have been the Empress of fucking China by now.
China? Jeez.
It's a metaphor. I'm just trying to make it make sense.
Ching chong ching.
Again,
it makes sense. I fucking hear it.
Again, just to use Noah an example again, you could be douchebag Noah who says, fuck you, I don't care how you feel about me. Or you could be gentleman Noah and be like, I will do anything you ask for me. Or you could be the one version of Noah that I like, that women would probably like, that everyone would like if you let it out there. You, Noah, not gentleman, not douchebag, Noah.
I hear so much inspirational music playing.
Oscar says he understood.
I know. I'm like.
This has been Wolfie's TikTok.
Another thing.
We're taking control of command post S.
Oh god.
If it makes you feel better, I get those all the time too, and it's called a block button.
Yeah, it is called the block button.
Yeah, that's true.
I promise you, it's a struggle, bro. It's a struggle finding the right one, but again, I'd rather you at least complain to me about, like, look, she just didn't like my personality, and we could just both be like, well, fuck her then. Than you constantly being like, I was so nice to her, and she just turned me down. Well, yeah, because you weren't showing her Noah. You were showing her this facade that every simp puts out for women to love them, that, oh, I'll do anything for you. I love you because you're beautiful. I love you because of this. They don't care about that. They care about the dude that could probably carry a conversation that doesn't involve their looks, their beauty, or the fact that they were on the cover of fucking Sports Illustrated. They don't care about that. They care about someone that if you were to just one day talk to and be like, so tell me, why do you like Star Wars? Or, hey, so what got you into fitness? Or like just having those hour-long conversations about the most randomest bullshit. They care about that more than they care about someone being like, you're so fucking beautiful, bro.
I've never called my girlfriend bro.
No, that's a Dooku!
I'm sorry to swear her up, he says.
I'm trying to be silenced by the Sith.
Oh, fuck.
Then I'm gonna just keep it real with you, dog. I'll just keep it real with you. You're going after the wrong females.
Wow.
The Count who just joined the claimants.
You say that, but until you realize that maybe they have an ongoing pattern of where maybe you do talk about Star Wars, and then they eventually just stop talking. You talk about fitness. they're probably fat as living shit, or they've never worked out once in their life, or they don't even know what the word fitness defines as. Exactly. Like that's why I'm a big believer in this. And even though you say, "Oh, I'm trying to talk to every female who's not got laid," it's like, well, you fail to realize you're one man in a planet that's, I think, what, 7 trillion, 7 billion. That goes 7 trillion people long. I promise you, if you just kept the
I think it's billions, because trillions is way bigger than billions.
7 billion.
Yeah. Again, I know you're gonna get tired of me being this motivational speaker, but I promise you, if you stay positive, if you keep that positivity, and you stay yourself. But again, if you just stay yourself, you stay positive, you stay you, not
you stay true to your heart.
Exactly. Not even true to your heart, just stay true to who you are. It doesn't matter about your heart or what your brain says. You know who you are as a person. You know that you enjoy fitness. Even though I sparked it back, you enjoy Star Wars, you enjoy gaming, there's all this shit that you enjoy, that if you just opened yourself to more people, not just like these few people we meet in Discord servers where 9 out of 10, they're fucking sluts, or they don't even know who the fuck they are. That's why they get sex changes. I promise you, if you open yourself up more to like TikTok, your Instagram, even if you had to get as desperate as go on to Tinder, homie, there's nothing wrong with that. We are that generation where social media makes life so much fucking easier because you don't have to be in one fucking town and be like, no one loves me. Homie, you have a fucking window in every different app that allows you to see not just a small group, the fucking world. And I promise you, out of those 7 billion people, there is a good handful that would love you for who you are as a person.
What Wolf just said right there is so amazing, because if you think about it, 50, 60, 80 years ago, the real only way you could talk to someone who was out of country was by letter. And even then, we didn't really know what those people were like. And like you said just right now, that little screen in your hand is a gateway to the whole damn world. Yeah. You can meet other races, other cultures, learn about other races or cultures. Like, this motherfucker is inspirational shit.
I'm dating an Indian, and I've learned a lot about India by doing it.
Why am I a bastard? What did I do?
No, not you. I'm talking to Mom.
Oh. I killed him.
But no, like, anyways.
I'm still trying to play the game at the same time.
That phone allows you to be connected to more people than was possible in the 18 or the early 1900s.
Exactly. Like, if we were living in the 50s, 20s, 40s, 1800s, I'd agree with you. It's hard, homie. Like, we are one of the most luckiest generations, because again, I could be probably talking to a girl from fucking Cuba while probably getting my dick sucked from some girl in NorCal that made the mission to SoCal, just because I literally found her on Tinder and was like, hey, are you down to come hang out?
You down to Netflix and chill? But no, anyways.
We don't talk about it, okay? It's very awkward.
I thought I was listening to some wholesome talk. Man, you a whore.
I made my motivational point and lost my voice doing it.
Hey, just because he's a whore doesn't mean he can't have motivational speeches.
Exactly.
Oh God!
Remember, I'd be stupid to say like, you know, I haven't seen shit, or I don't have anything to tell people. I've gone through shit, and I feel like it helps me be able to be like, listen, I understand what you're going through, but that's not the way to look at it. Optimism is sometimes viewed as stupid by people. Homie, that's the reason why most people are successful.
Yeah, we're finally fucking boarding the transports.
Do you think most people got where they were because, oh yeah, you know, so-and-so broke my heart and I just gave up, or I just hate women because of this? No, they get laid because, like, even after they get shot down, it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna keep going.
But it's easier for women, though.
Exactly.
Oh, dude, it's easier for women because men are stupid.
I know, and it may be tougher for us, but at the end of the day, you keep that optimism to where it's just like, look, she may have turned me down, but I'm gonna go for her sister, or I'm gonna go for her friend. Someone's gonna say yes eventually. Shit. And eventually, you will get someone to be like, yeah, no, I like you. It happens. It's just I'm sorry to say this.
Long,
it's patience. It is patience. It's waiting for the right one. It's waiting for you to finally be like, look, I'm not gonna be sad about this. It's for you to even be patient with yourself to be like, look, she's out there.
Who the Uncle Iroh. I now know who the Uncle Iroh of the group is.
Yeah, fucking Wolf.
It's Wolf.
What tea do you drink, Wolf?
I think Wolf's saying it. Dude,
I'm not Uncle Iroh. I just keep it real.
That's one of the things I love about Wolf, is that he doesn't fucking blow shit up your ass like a lot of blow smoke up your ass like a lot of other people do. Like, other friends that you have, they'll be like, oh, you're the best, oh, you're cool, you're this, but when you need help, they'll be all like, nah, man, fuck you, I don't know you. And then Wolf,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, bro, I'm in a tight spot, gotta holler at you for a minute. And he's like, dude, fucking, yeah, we'll go back and forth, shoot the shit. He doesn't judge you. And that's what people need now, is people who don't judge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
I won't
sometimes-
judge you, but I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you how it is sometimes, but I won't
Yeah.
ever be like, yeah, no, you're just fucking wrong. That's fucked up.
And then in serious talk, like we do that with each other when we play around. Like, no, your opinion's fucking trash. But in reality, if you had a problem and you're like, you give your opinion, he's not gonna tell you your opinion's fucking trash, bro.
Oh yeah, and even then,
Like-
half the time, why would I care about something like as minor as a disagreement? Why would I?
It's true.
That's your
Yeah.
opinion. I'm not. No matter how much I were to like try and force mine down your
God.
throat, I know for a fact that either someone like Noah will still be like, no, I feel Wolfie's wrong. And that's why half the time I won't be like, I'm gonna fucking nail this into your fucking head until you hear it. I'll just be like, look, I've said my statements. If you want to take it, by all means. If you still disagree with me, fine, that's you, homie. We're two different people. It'd be like that, no cap.
It do be
Even
like
though
that
me and
sometimes.
Fabian are probably like, no, we're just both Mexican at this point.
We're Mexican. But sometimes that's an even greater bond than Siamese twins. Me and my
I'm
cousin have a
Mexican
fucking
too.
I
amazing
back up my
bond.
raza.
We do.
Like,
Somehow we think like way too similar
very,
and get along
very
well.
much way too similar. Like sometimes when we play Smash Bros, not even knowing it, we'll end it 5 times in the same, like 5 times in a row, we'll pick the same fucking characters that the other one picked in the same goddamn color, and it's like, bro! Yeah!
My favorite was when we got lucky and like 3 games in a row we did a team combo on the double.
Oh, dude, I remember that!
That was amazing.
Where are we going?
It was awesome.
Here's the thing too, like, just
We
because
didn't even
relationships
tell each other.
aren't
All
just
we did-
restricted to boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, you can have friends that you talk to more than your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you know? You
Yeah,
can
I
have
talk to you
family
guys
that
more
you
than
talk
my
to like
girlfriend.
that. Like,
Bro,
me and Javi, me and him are cousins, we're close. We talk all the fucking time, we share memes, we do some bullshit like that. Me and Courtney talk all the time, but the way we talk is different because we have different relationships. You're allowed to have different relationships with friends. Like, if you had your girlfriend and you had friends that were girls, you're allowed to still have those relationships with them, but you gotta realize that, like, you
You're
do
with
have to
somebody
be
now.
committed. You have to be
You're
committed.
with somebody.
Like,
Exactly.
you can set it, you have to learn to set aside time for friends and for girlfriends, like partners.
Saturdays.
There's different things you need to learn how to do.
What are Saturdays for?
Saturdays.
boys.
Saturdays are always for the boys. And like,
Yeah, you can have
give
your
them
whole
the
life.
rest of the week.
Yeah. And
Just
that's not to
give me
say like, oh,
Saturdays.
your boys only get one day. Again, there's nothing wrong with like saying your girlfriend's doing something else. Guess what? I'm gonna go hang out with the boys. My girlfriend's doing homework. I'm gonna go game with the boys.
Even
I
if it's
picked
just
up
for a
at the
little
gym,
while
and my
she's doing
girlfriend's
homework.
busy. The boys.
Even if it's just for a little while and she's doing homework and you only get like an hour and a half. Spend time with your friends, man. Like, you'll suffocate each other. And that's
Me and
not what
Faye
you want.
could
When
be
you
in
want a
our
relationship.
60s, and we'll still be like every so often like, hey, I got the new Smash. You want to play?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Smash 2050.
But like I was saying,
Exactly.
keep.
Better than Ultimate.
Fuck, what was I saying? You guys interrupted me. I was on some motivational shit.
You're always on the motivational shit, man.
No,
Oh,
that's me over here,
relationships,
man.
right? Relationships. Like, you need to learn time management for both. That's what I'm gonna end it on.
You
Is that you need to
I
learn
like
time
both.
management for your friends and time management for your partners to have a happy life.
like
And don't
both.
suffocate each other when you're in a relationship. Because like if I talk to Wolf all the time and say like I don't let him talk to anybody else, even though me and him are just friends, like I want to be his main friend. And like, no, you can't fucking hang out with these people, dude. Just come hang out
You'd
with me.
probably-
We'll get some beers.
No one would
That
probably
would not
throw
be
hands
okay.
with you by then.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no one would like me. But even with friends, you gotta be like, oh, dude, who's this guy? He's like, oh, this is my friend. Oh, hey, cool, what's up? I'm his friend too. And you get friends bigger that way. Like, that's how I met a lot of people I know now, because I was friends with that one person, and they branched off. Your girlfriend needs to understand
Ow.
that.
I'm here, Wolfie.
I keep
What you
getting
saying, Noah?
shot. Why?
You turret, flirt, turret of a turret. I don't like you.
Get in there! Get in there!
That's just,
Get in there!
And some people start off like that. Some people start off like, I don't really like this guy, but then you realize maybe we should just talk to this guy. Maybe just like open up a bit. And when we did, we're like, hey, you're actually pretty fucking cool, dude.
I know. How do you think I became friends with Fabian? I just saw him do my videos some days. Like, he seems alright. Then I started playing with him on PS4. It's like, you know what? This guy, I like this guy. we're the same person, but taller. But he's taller, and I hate it.
And then because of Fabian, also because of Fabian, I met Wolf, so it kept branching as well.
Exactly. Life's a trip sometimes, homie.
Oh shit, he got 4 messages on us. Alright, he says, here's something that people need to understand that Fabian and Theodore taught me. That there is more than one different form of relationship. There is no one form of relationship that includes romance. You need to spend and understand how to space out your time to balance yourself out no matter the occasion. I've learned less on the hermanos after I figured out my personality once I stopped being so clingy.
Life is just about achieving balance, man. That's all you got to really think about it.
Honestly,
at the end of the day, it's about achieving balance. Balance between your friend groups, balance between your relationship groups, even balance with your own personal health. That's all really life is if you really think about it.
Now that you're mentioning balance and all that, I'm thinking like my mind went straight to The Last Airbender.
Another thing too,
I get it. I'm Uncle Iroh. Fuck.
I'm listening to Uncle Iroh, and over there in the other corner, Avatar Roku, and they're just having a conversation. This is awesome.
My name is Wolfie, aka Uncle Iroh. How's it going, guys?
Fabian's Uncle Iroh. Fabian's Roku.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Wait, so can I officially call myself the Dragon of the West?
Zuko.
Yeah. No, he's not Zuko. He's Momo.
We need a Zuko.
No!
Honestly, though, Oscar is right about one thing. Like, there are more forms of relationships that include romance.
Before that goes away, though, I do think Sokka had the best ability in the show, though.
He didn't have any.
Yeah, he was a backbender.
Backbender.
I respect that.
That's funny. That's funny. No.
Yes, it is. You know it's true too.
Anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. Do you remember what I was saying?
My lawn,
Hit him with the wall!
No, fuck the wall. Fuck the wall. I'm going Arky boy.
Like, who else in the world could say they had some time with the moon?
Oh, I almost had it!
Who just died?
Me!
I don't know, but I heard somebody scream.
Well,
loudly.
we have Camelo back.
No! I almost had it!
I vote first as always.
Oh, man, speaking of
parkour!
What?
You having a fun house party right now?
Bro, I wish you were here, man.
House party, right?
Yeah.
You too.
Dude, seriously, if you guys can, come up here. I'm alone until the 10. Oh, God damn it, Maul. Types of relationship was where I left off. Oh, right. I thought I already went over this. Did I already go over this?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, see, we covered this already. Class is over now.
There's a lizard!
So, 2 seconds until we find out what else to do. I like this podcast. Let's keep going. What do we got next? What's next on the docket, Oscar?
About what? About our podcast?
Yeah, we're making this a thing.
We've really tackled most of the stuff I was talking about, because again, most of anything you really want to think about is, we lost Bone. Most of it is really about inner peace and learning how to balance yourself out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna scoot you over here.
Yeah. You really noticed it that quickly?
Yeah, once you achieved inner peace with yourself, you can actually, the inner peace, the balance in yourself, it makes stuff such as, finding the balance in your love life, in your friend group, work, all that stuff. It makes it more efficient once you actually learn who you are as a person and how to make yourself, basically better yourself by understanding yourself better. You feel me?
I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You have the floor, dude.
No, die! Piece of shit! Die!
Oh yeah, he's talking.
Shut your ass.
Exactly.
Oh god. Why'd you name your hand after a planet? You just visualize planets and want to fuck the planets? The fuck?
Damn right, brother.
Felucia looks nice! Big hole!
You looking sick!
I think it's because she's his whole world.
I respect that. I respect that.
Damn, son.
Oh god! Where have I been hiding this one? Bro, I only met him like fucking 3 months ago at most.
Oh.
Fucking hiding nothing, que la chingada.
Are you making fun of me because...
What is this?
What has happened to this stream?
Are
It became a podcast.
Are you making fun of me because of what I said?
What has happened to our wholesome podcast?
We're bringing it back.
Damn it, I might as well just die. Okay, there we go. I did.
Oh.
Why can't I go down there? Why can't I go down there?
Oscar's like, where's this guru been my entire life?
Wait, what?
He's like, where's this guru been my entire life?
I've just been hiding, bro. You just had to come find me.
Remember Uncle Iroh's in the spirit realm. You finally get the chance.
No,
Hey,
it's just like the whole Mayhew's Markiplier thing. You see,
God.
he never... Uncle Iroh never died. I'm just his reincarnation. What's up, broskies?
Oh, I didn't know Uncle Iroh's do that too. I thought it was just
In order
after.
to redeem yourself, you must find yourself before looking at yourself.
Exactly, which is very true.
Why the hell did you go from Uncle Iroh to Master Splinter? You rat.
Hey, that was a
You
funny
turned
rat.
No, that was something from that was almost a line from the movies. What do you mean? I remember that movie. We used to watch it all the time. I still have it on DVD.
Now available on Blu-ray.
What's the next topic of conversation? Because we topped relationships. What else are we gonna top?
Politics.
No.
I can't
We don't touch
politics.
politics. We don't touch politics here.
The only time we touch politics is if it's in like the game or Star Wars or any other franchise we are.
Or politics touch some
with.
other little kids.
This is my problem with the priest.
No! Something else besides politics. Oscar, pick the next topic of fucking conversation, please.
Wolf, you want to hear a
Me
joke?
or Oscar?
Oscar.
Wolf,
Okay.
before he picks a topic, you want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
Oh god.
How come the priest came in last place in the race?
Oh god.
He always comes behind the little boy.
No, because he likes to come in a little behind.
Oscar,
I felt that.
what is our next topic of
I
conversation?
felt that.
I don't know. This is why whenever you do podcasts, you're supposed to have 3 things, a list of things that you want to talk about during the
Okay,
podcast.
you calm down, professional podcaster.
Yeah,
Does any of
fuck
us
off.
look like professionals?
This is an impromptu podcast about life.
You have 2 stoners. One dude just trying to look for love in his life, and me, who's like a fuckboy turned fucking wisdom guru version
Bro,
of Uncle
something we
Iroh.
actually know. Come on now. Fucking Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't know that shit. Do any of us look like we know Pokemon Sword and Shield? We're fucking playing Battlefront 2 right now. Goddamn it.
This is what happens when you get a Mexican Uncle Iroh, a
The
Theo
big-
Iroh, if you will.
The big
2
horn
stoners,
fire?
The world's biggest brain, and then Noah.
Dude, only Javi would know about that. I don't know shit about that.
All those people in a depressed
Something we
kid.
can get into our feels with, man. Come on, not like the big horn fire. I don't fucking know that.
Oh, my
Who we
lungs.
can get into our feels with.
No!
How am I supposed to get into my feels now? How am I supposed to get jiggy to this shit?
We've only got 1 star. Yes, really, Oscar. Wait, did you just say you pick your favorite Twilight movie?
New Moon.
Oh. Wait, what, Oscar?
What? New Moon.
Oscar dead ass said New Moon.
That's the one when when Jacob comes out, right?
I sent a transport down to pick you up. This is your window to take that ship out.
I'm gonna say yes to that one just because yes. Wait, no. If I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Breaking Dawn. I love that fight scene where they try to kill each other just for them to realize it was a dream.
Is that New Dawn?
Twilight is the best. Twilight is the best love novel of all time. Have you seen Breaking Dawn? It's a fucking comedy.
Hey, Javi.
Hey, it kicked me out of the party for some reason.
Oh shit! Well, you're back now.
From the party?
I don't know. That's why I was gone for a bit. It just kicked me. I don't know why. I'm like,
I'm gonna make it. No. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
Okay, Oscar, move past that. You're not helping us pick a topic.
Ow! My cankle.
We handled relationships. What else could we handle?
Video games.
Twilight.
Twilight?
Big booty bitches.
When with great power comes great big booty bitches.
Okay. Oscar says the next question is which Transformers movie was better?
I think Bumblebee was.
Dark Side of the Moon.
The Last Night.
What? No, I think the very first one they did was their best one, and then the rest was
whichever movie where Optimus Prime freaking came in on his glider armor and took down.
That's Dark of the Moon.
Yeah. I like the
took down 15 Transformers solo.
I say the Bumblebee one because it looked like the old cartoons, and even started out how they would.
It's up there. It's definitely
up there. It's definitely. It's my number 2. It's number 2.
I just love. Well, go ahead.
I also like that they made him look like that. They didn't go with the whole Michael Bay enhanced thing. They kept him like the old '80s robots they looked like. I liked that.
No, he still looked Michael Bay-ish.
A little bit, but it wasn't like.
He wasn't as big. He wasn't as tall. He was really short in Bumblebee. Like, he was really short.
I mean,
yeah, that's
and then all of a sudden, fucking Michael Bay's very first Transformers, he was a giant Camaro. I'm like, I'd stand this.
Well, yeah, in the cartoons, he was short. He was always the shortest one. Yeah. That's why Bumblebee was small. And it was adorable.
F in the chat for my boy Cliff Jumper, though.
Because as a child, you can murder and kill merciless robots. It was amazing.
Wait, but Fabian, Javi.
Yeah.
Javi.
Yeah.
F in the chat for Cliff Jumper.
The what?
Gone too soon.
F in the chat for Cliff Jumper.
Who's Cliff Jumper?
I hate all of you.
He's what?
Who has a reputation of always dying in Transformers.
Oh, was that the... Oh, okay, and I know who it is now. I know who it is now.
Lieutenant of the Autobots.
Okay. So, Oscar's favorite two are the first one, like mine, the very first Transformers one they made, and then Extinction.
Which one was
It was alright. Age of Extinction was alright, but I still would have preferred
Last Night.
Last Night.
Saying you like the new Power Rangers movie.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
but Mark Wahlberg, Optimus Prime going more night version than being like just some dude with a gun, being more of like just a swordsman killing shit.
The sword turned into a fucking gun.
I respect that, but I also like in the
But
Last
he got
Night
down
when
looking like a night dude. It was dope.
And let's also like in the Last Night how Bumblebee actually regained his voice. That's my favorite part of it.
Bro, he regained his voice in the end of the first one and then couldn't talk again, and now he did it in this one. And it's funny is when he did it in Extinction, he was like, I have not heard your voice till Cybertron fell. I was like, do you not remember the first fucking movie?
They retconned it.
Bitch.
But still, it was a sentimental moment.
All
Even
I'm
though,
saying
yes, it happened
is
before.
again, Optimus has always used swords, but he's always like just been like Baraka. At basically Age of Extinction, the last night, he went off like a fucking knight with a shield and sword. That was gangster as fuck.
Hey, we won, guys.
And then you had literal fucking Autobot knights that kicked ass.
That was
wholesome. That was a crusade. That's America. Where's my beer at?
I could respect that being a swordsman myself because I'm just over here just like, yes, giant robots with swords. Fuck yes.
I'm gonna exit out real quick because I'm gonna go smoke another cigarette.
Alright, let's go back to the main menu.
I was gonna go read the comments. So Montoya, I will still be in the comments. You're just not gonna hear my beautiful voice for like 6 minutes.
Okay. No quitting.
We're quitting.
No. So here's what I think.
All the toxic girls in my life.
Here's what I think. I really like the original like Transformers cartoons and the cartoon movies that they made. You know. And I didn't think about that when I was saying this. And I think the one where he turns into it's Javi, what is the Dark Optimus Prime's name?
Nemesis?
Yeah, Nemesis Prime.
Yeah,
that was one of the ones
cool.
I really liked when I was growing up because it was like the visuals and everything just it did it for me.
No, that's why I also loved Last Night, because he technically was a version of Nemesis because he got his brainwashed, but he was still basically a version of Nemesis.
Yeah. Fabian, do you remember He-Man?
Right, now I'm gonna go leave.
Dude, I do remember He-Man.
I remember He-Man. I found out that they might make another live action for that.
It's like trying to make another live action Avatar.
Oh god.
Hey, did you guys ever collect like the official Transformers figures though?
Hobby did. I never did. I collected
box full.
I even used to have the Star Wars Transform figures where you could whichever space pod you got was the Jedi or Sith that it belonged to.
What did I try to get? Hey guys, we're at 66 comments.
Ow. Wait, don't tell it yet. Wait, I gotta pee. Don't tell it yet.
Oh shit.
I can't hold that no more.
Is there any that I can answer?
Do you have a question for Camelo here, Oscar?
Just know I am a bit on the younger side, but I know my stuff.
Yeah, I believe that. No, you gotta wait, he's not back yet. He's not back, he's had to pee, he's not gonna go take a shit.
The man needs to pee, goddammit!
I think Oscar's trying to write a question, because he hasn't responded yet. It's just a question for Camelo. He wants to answer questions. Okay. Wait, what? Wolf is like, is Camelo's real name or is that a facade? No, Oscar says, here's the thing. Who else died during the third movie?
Jeez. So many.
So many. I think Ironhide died, didn't he?
Like, almost, like, half of all the Transformers died in the third movie.
Yeah, you fucking... Oh,
like, to tell you the entire body count, that would take way too long, because even though, yes, you saw the deaths on the screen, there were still so many deaths off screen.
Yeah, Wolf got it right, it was Ironhide. It was
Middle
3.
of 3, 4, and 3. Like, between 3 and 4, and during 3, was the execution part, where all the Decepticons decided, fuck it, we're killing them all.
So I hope somebody waited for me.
Ratchet died in the 4th. That's right. They melted down Ratchet for fucking that weird metal they were using, and Optimus fucking lost his shit. I remember that one.
Yeah, because I felt that, because Ratchet, I've read some of the comics, and I'm over here just like, bitch.
See, that's one thing. This is our new topic now. Comics turned into movies. That's our new topic. Go.
Oh, that is a good one. Okay. Did you hear that Ryan Reynolds might come back for Green Lantern 2?
See, here's what I think.
That was a possibility,
Marvel,
they say.
The MCU is doing it pretty good. They could be better, granted, but they're doing it pretty good.
Yeah.
The DCU is fucking kind of garbage right now.
The DCU is
They're trying way too hard to make it like the MCU. Like Marvel, we didn't even know what Marvel was doing until they finally did it, and we were like, "Oh shit! You tied all these motherfuckers together." Damn, I like this. DCU is automatically like, "Hey, let's do all this right now." They're not even trying.
And then they don't pick good actors for their roles either.
I think so. What's happening with the DCU is that more people are leaning towards Marvel, and it's just hard for the DCU to actually find people that want to act for them.
Okay, and honestly, a lot more people like Marvel than DC.
I do like Marvel more than DC, but I can't argue though. There was some pretty good DC animated series growing up though.
Yeah,
the original Teen Titans was a good show. I can't even deny that. And it's DC. It was a good show.
Okay, so he said that the DC shows like Arrow and stuff,
like the little,
they're
like
doing
the cartoons.
Good. The shows are doing good.
Do well.
I love the shows.
The live action shows, they could be so much better. But that's the problem, is that humans aren't actually built like cartoons. Like, we can't, even, you can put all the fucking special effects in the world you want on there, and it won't feel the same unless that person is computer animated.
They just don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
like, since anime is technically, mangas and stuff are technically comic books, they can fall in this category along with anime movies.
If
Dragon Ball
anime,
Evolution. Dragon Ball Evolution is the
we never
beginning
touch that
of
subject.
horrible...
You know this. We do not.
We have to.
We do
We
not
have
touch
to.
the story.
We have
No.
to. We have to.
How about we go with Death Note instead? That's a less riskier subject because we don't want to hear about Dragon Ball Evolution. There's a reason why we never bring it up because we don't want to hear about it.
If we're talking about Death Note live action, for someone that watched it first, because I didn't know that it was an anime, because that was when I wasn't a weeb. It wasn't that bad until I watched the anime.
So here's the thing. No. Listen. Here's the thing.
It's funny, isn't it?
For him not to have seen Death Note or anything else before, that was probably a good movie to him because he saw it.
I liked it a lot.
But seeing the anime now, he's like, oh shit, this movie doesn't represent this damn anime at all. There's aspects in it. Willem Dafoe is fucking amazing, but that's about it. That's all that movie had for it was Willem Dafoe. And that really could kill in the very beginning with the ladder. That was all that movie had for it.
That was a good one.
It had good actors, but they just portrayed the anime so
That's why
wrong.
if I have a friend that asks for like a movie suggestion and they don't watch anime, I'll tell them to watch Death Note because if they haven't seen the anime, then it would be a good movie to them. But then I'm like, you can't watch the anime. He goes, why not? Because I know you don't like it, but if you watch the anime, it's gonna ruin the movie for you. So
Wolf is like, I literally just ripping this stogie now to get back because I have something to say. And Oscar says manga realigns back to anime after 200 episodes. Naruto Shippuden is proof of this. Why are they bringing back Reynolds when they can bring back Diggle as the main for Green Lantern 2?
Speaking of bringing back anime.
Okay, here's my thing.
I don't know about you guys. I am a big.
He jumped in. Yeah.
I hate you, Wolf. I wanted to say something.
No, because like what you were pointing out, because like at first I had stuff to say about DC, but when we brought up manga, no, hear me out, because me and Kevlo touched on this subject, and I actually do have one thing to say. So, with the directors, I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
As a fan of the fandom, because. Javi, you might want to disconnect your mic, your headphones, because I have to talk about it, at least to make this make sense.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Exactly.
No.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. As a Dragon Ball fan, I fucking hate the shit out of the movie because it's inaccurate as fuck. But here's the thing. With what they were trying to do, what I at least like about it is they do what most, I feel, directors want to do with basically superhero movies, kind of like with Batman, Man of Steel, stuff like that. They wanted to make Goku relatable, and I mean the anime does it perfectly at like that. But that was the thing, though. You can't, even though in the manga, if you just went with his personality, that you just want to keep pushing forward, you want to go through everything. That's a very good trait that in the anime they portray perfectly. But the problem with doing a live action, though, there's a lot of stuff that Goku does to really portray that they can't replicate. And I think what the director wanted to do is like, yeah, the manga exists. I'm not going to read it because I'm an asshole or I'm a dumbass. But he was also going to be like, I want it to be like that one kid that, you know, maybe in high school was always picked on, but he could be able to realize that there was so much more to him that he just had to train and believe that. And I think that was what they were trying to go with Evolution. Like, as a as a fan of it, like, you know, someone who's read the mangas, who loves the fandom to death, but it's bad. But as someone who just watched the movie to try to look for its actual personal, like its actual message it was trying to come across with, I feel it does a decent job. Like, if this was a different, like if they did the whole theory that they did with Avatar, where this was like just supposed to be like a fucking satire on Dragon Ball, or even just make it a Dragon Ball film, but not have it being Goku, like a completely different group, it would be portrayed perfectly. The fact that they made it Goku is what makes it stupid.
That makes sense. Another thing with live action movies, look at The Last Airbender compared to the show Avatar. I know they're not manga and anime, but look at what they did. They changed an entire thing about the firebenders. The firebenders were able to make their own fire and do their own shit. They required fire.
That's what's stupid.
That was not even how the original creators had intended it. The original creators gave them the ability to fucking shoot fire from their fingertips. And when apparently it was such a big deal when Ito, because they called him Ito, not Iroh, and Aang was Aang and Sokka was Sokka. The only one that we had the same names were Zuko and Katara.
And then they made all of the firebenders Indians. Like,
I know.
What?
That is very offensive.
I'm like, why
How
the
do you
hell
think
is
I can-
Emla and Shenlong over here banging
Anyways,
No.
what I noticed in that movie too was that not only did they change the names, but all of a sudden it was so the firebenders were so reliant on Sozin's Comet to be able to bend their own fire. But then Iroh all of a sudden was just like fire, no comet needed. It was like, well then why do you fucking need the comet in the first place?
I would have preferred his original just sitting there in the circle going, so would you like to know why they call me the Dragon of the West? That was cool. That was a good moment. I even laughed when in his underwear he took on the Rhino guys. That was a fun fight.
Like y'all said while I was smoking, you brought up a good point that there's just a lot of stuff in live action you can't replicate. Like with the DCU, like what I really wanted to say is the DCU live action has fucking sucked to the point where, again, we're getting a new Batman, we're probably getting a new Superman. But the animated...
we are getting a new Batman. It's the guy who plays that vampire in Twilight.
Yeah. But with the actual live action, the movies, like the animated ones that they were doing, like Teen Titans, the fucking stupid bullshit contract, and even the recent one, the fucking Justice League Dark Side Apocalypse, it was perfect. It was a great film.
That was their way to end the New 52. That's how they ended the New 52.
And it did it perfectly.
They fucking killed everybody.
Yeah, but remember, they do play with the idea that Flashpoint could be just basically happening again.
Yeah, that's how it ended. That was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, again, and especially what I like about it is, with that, as an animated movie, it's perfect. But you know for a fact that with some of the stuff we saw, like the fusion of fucking Trigon and Superman, Darkseid doing all this epic shit, Shazam's fucking magical legs since he doesn't have one, we can't see that replicated perfectly in live action. There's a lot of stuff that has happened in DC you can't do. We're never going to get a really decent looking Martian Manhunter because no special effects can perfect Martian Manhunter. No one could probably even perfect Darkseid. You could probably get the same thing to play Thanos to play Darkseid, but it's impossible. And even if you got like the biggest man ever, like The Rock, the dude who played Darkseid, fucking, I don't know, even like the Macho Man Randy Savage.
No, I think The Rock is playing. No, but I'm saying he's going to be in another DC movie. I think he's playing Black Adam for Shazam.
Exactly, but even then, you already have someone playing that. You already have one of the biggest dudes playing a character, but then you have characters like Darkseid, who are still menacing and taller than most characters, that for most actors is impossible. And even if you found someone who could fit that, who are you going to find to play Trigon?
Here's what I think. The DC universe is too more reliant on their actual live action than the MCU is. The MCU, a lot of their movies, the people that are playing it are there when they're not fighting. And they're there, like, they use a lot of computer animation, but it works because it suspends the disbelief, which is what movies and stuff are supposed to do. So you feel like you connect with it. So when they did Thanos, what they did is they took Josh Brolin's face, only his face, and they animated the rest of his body, and it looked realistic, but it looked like it did in the comics slightly. Yeah. It had that resemblance. The DCU doesn't really have resemblance parts. Like the DCU when they did what was it in the end of Justice League? That fucking
fight scene?
Yeah, that was a horrible creature representing what Lex Luthor claimed was Darkseid. And I was like, that's not even the same thing. Yeah, Doomsday. Yeah, you got it right. Doomsday. That was not Doomsday. It did not look anything like him. It didn't feel anything like him. And I was like, this is not Doomsday. I had to look up a picture. I was like, that's fucking not Doomsday. It's bullshit day.
But here's my only thing I would say DC does decently. Their movies, their live actions have sucked, but every like animated versions they've done of their their comics, like the Death of Superman, Cyborg Superman, all their newer things, even like again, like I've said, like Dark Apocalypse, their animations have been perfect, but their live actions suck.
I mean,
that's the same thing with Marvel. Marvel switched.
I think with DC, I think that they should realize that they have better animations than they do live actions.
Exactly.
Because they excel at animations.
Because even in the new cartoon, they let Stan Lee in one of their episodes.
Oh, they always let Stan Lee in anything they do. It's going to be difficult now that he's dead.
That's one of the things that fans like about MCU as well. They put like their big people in roles that even
in
really
the movies that aren't connected to the MCU, like Venom, Stan Lee was in there.
I just think it was Blade the only one he wasn't in.
I don't think he was a fan of Blade.
But still, I thought he would do his cameos in there if he did them for all of them.
The thing with Blade is that Blade wasn't one that he really wanted to happen. Because in the comics it wasn't that good of a comic, but fans kept on requesting it, and he's just like, fine, but I'm not gonna do a cameo in it. This isn't a series that I supported myself.
Goddamn.
I am really up to date on MCU on almost everything.
Nice.
From what I've seen, they've been thriving to move away from the DCU movies and trying to slowly integrate into the Arrowverse after Crisis.
Yeah.
What?
I'm confusion.
The DC apparently has like shows like Supergirl and Arrow and shit like that.
So I think what they're just possibly
I
gonna
know they
end up
have
doing
more shows.
I think what he means is basically like their movies, they're just gonna be like, we've been doing too much fuck ups with it. We're just gonna stick to what we're good with. The TV shows. Which I feel, according to most fangirls on TikTok, is working, because everyone you meet nowadays is like, oh, I love Arrow. Oh, The Flash is so good. You should watch it.
The only reason I like that because he looks fucking like chiseled stone Greek statues that are perfect.
Yeah.
In reality, Flash was fucked up.
And the thing, and you want to know something about the MCU? You know their Endgame saga?
Yeah.
There's a chance that it won't actually be ending.
Well, yeah, they've already started with the new phase.
No,
Phase
that's
two.
no, we're going back to the old phase actually, before the Endgame saga.
Yeah.
There's something they want to try out that a lot of fans have requested.
Which story are they doing?
Hawkeye.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because Black Widow, so Hawkeye makes sense, too.
Well,
Yeah,
but Black Widows, they're doing in between they're doing one after the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, because that's what he's saying. They're not stopping at Endgame. They're going in between now.
Yeah, I know.
But if you read the comics like I have, Hawkeye has an amazing backstory.
He does. He's up there.
Okay, good.
I have a small stack of comics I still have in the room. Yeah.
Nice.
Who needs
Most of
porn
mine
when
were
you
my
have comic
uncle's.
books?
Most of mine were my uncle's,
Can't
so I
even
don't really
lie.
have many more of mine.
I can't even lie. I take like 2 or 3 of them when I go to take a dump. Can't even lie.
Exactly.
I love
It's a good way to spend the time.
Why does no one respect the 1v1?
Because fuck your 1v1, man.
I was taking on Maul and it was going beautifully.
Because the ball is here and they all want the ball.
Anyways,
Trade-off.
another thing I think the MCU did perfectly is that they don't shy away from backstories. And when they do the backstories of the characters they introduce, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
Like Green Lantern's story was kind of shitty, honestly. If that was an attempt at a backstory, that was stupid as fuck, honestly.
Yeah. And
The
then
DCU
remember, like,
hey, let's
remember the
try and make our
biggest
own
complaint
backstory.
about, like the biggest complaint about Man of Steel was, yeah, we got a Superman backstory, but if you were someone who's never, for some reason, never heard of who Superman was, and you watched Man of Steel, everyone said it was fucking confusing as living shit because of all the fucking jumps they would do with it.
Here's another thing that think of the Iron Man, the very first Iron Man movie. They don't throw him already into like a sudden conflict after introducing him for 5 minutes on a 5-minute backstory. His backstory is almost half the fucking movie. Like how he started with Iron Man, when he got all this other shit happened to him. Like that's half the fucking movie.
Whereas with Man of Steel, we're like, I'm pretty sure if you were to take all the jump cuts they did and move it more like to where all of his past is in one spot, and then all of his current is in one spot, it would be a fucking way more smoother running movie.
Probably.
Or like the biggest thing you even saw with Justice League is, with most of the characters, you don't know how they ended up like that.
Wait, I just
get
realized something.
They just slowly get hinted at.
Aquaman, Cyborg.
I think we can now decide what DC mostly focuses on. They focus more on action rather than their characters themselves.
Exactly.
Like, don't get me wrong, some of the DC fight scenes I've seen have been kind of spicy.
Yeah,
They are,
but like we want the story too. We're not just there for the fight. We want that story that we fell in love with.
And I think that's the biggest issue. I think that's the only big issue with DC that Marvel never strayed away from, but DC fucked up by straying away from it, is that with DC, these are iconic-ass characters. Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, they're really relying on the fact that their audience is gonna know the backstory enough to where we can focus on action. But that's the problem.
Some new fans
they focus
get
too
in there
much on
because
it.
of the movies.
Exactly, which is the problem.
That's what he's saying.
Expect them to mostly know the comics.
Yeah,
that's a problem that they don't understand, is that a lot of this new generation is more on their phone and more digital shit. Very few of them are on comic book stores.
I mean, I'm
and if they're really trying to focus on the comics, their biggest buyers are gonna be the older generations that grew up with these comics and grew up with these characters. That's the generation they need to like strive for to entertain and really like get get feedback and impact from. Wow, my fucking English. Like, if I'm gonna talk to someone about cars and I ask a fucking homeless guy on the street, like, hey, what car do you think is better, this car or this one? I'm not gonna fucking know what they're talking about. But when you talk to someone who's in a car dealership, then you know, like, hey, this dude. Are you
sure? Because what if that guy got fired from his job at the car dealership?
But that's a risk you take. That's a risk you take still.
I know, but
like, you can't be positive, like, maybe it's that dude.
But it's gonna be something. It may not be all
But you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it'd be more in your favor to talk to someone who works at a car dealership currently, so he knows what's up to date. Because what if that dude was fired from that long ago, and he doesn't know as much as this dude does?
So, Fabian brought up a good point that I like, but here's the one thing. Like you said, yeah, you should be trying to aim towards the younger generation, but here's, like, one thing
I said older.
failed to No, but, like, remember how you were saying that most generations is on their phone and they don't know about the comics and stuff like that? And, like, I feel like what you said makes sense, that, yeah, that should be a demographic you should be focusing on. But here's my only thing I would say, not necessarily to argue, but kind of counter that. Star Wars.
Whoa,
they try to focus on our generation. They try to focus on the newer generation so much that, look what they did to Luke. And look what they did with Rey. We got no development, but they were like, we just want to get a strong, empowered woman in here.
Okay,
and have,
well,
like, an emo boy.
If you're going to go with that, look at Clone Wars. Clone Wars was geared towards the younger generation, but they did fucking beautiful.
I know, and that's why I said, like, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that there's some cases where it works perfectly. Marvel and Clone Wars. And then there's some cases where it works terrible, like Episode 7. Well, not even 7. Episode 8. The sequels as a whole.
Yeah.
Again, it's just one of those things where, like, when you said it about it's a risk you have to take, I think at the end of the day, that's what it really is. It's just a risk. Because no matter what you can do, there's one big thing I feel that a lot of people keep forgetting is you can't make everybody happy. You can only make certain groups happy.
Yeah.
What I think DC may have did is, they fucked up by making Justice League so convoluted, but maybe to some of the diehard DC fans, they're happy. Like with the Star Wars fans, they made the younger audience happy, but most of us diehards are like, this was fucking terrible.
Yeah, I understand that. That's what happens. Is everyone nowadays is so sensitive. They all want to be pleased. All the things want to be fulfilled, but you can't give something and not get something back. You can't cut one slice of something and expect it to be good enough for the rest of everyone.
That's why something I really liked that I saw. Well, I know most of you aren't Sonic fans, but for me, I was happy when they actually listened and changed Sonic's design from the first one that they put.
I think everyone had a problem with that.
Yeah. Everybody did.
There's some changes where it's just like, oh, we're gonna make people happy, and then there's some where it's just like, no, we need to make everyone happy, because there's just some issues that everyone can come together. It's like, fuck no, change this shit.
Yeah, but that was a very...
What was I saying earlier about something? I don't remember, because I was on a point and then I got knocked off track.
That's been like your common thing, just live. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll wait.
I know I said something on MCU and their backstories. I know I said something about the audiences, like Wolf was saying. Yeah, like, god damn it, I had it in my last again. This is a common theme.
And one of the other things that I think DC does bad is we can all see this at all the MCU movies. Which person was there since the beginning?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Yes. Who else?
Hugh Jackman.
Chris Evans.
Maker of some sort?
Chris Evans was, because not only was he Captain America, he did play one role in the original Fantastic Four as the
Well, what
Human
I'm
Torch.
trying to get at is Stan Lee, one of the original makers, someone that knows the story better than everyone else.
Well, had his his cameos was beautiful. Where's cameos from the DC makers? Where are the blatant cameos?
Stan Lee was there, they could also base what they're doing with the movie off of Stan Lee. But when it comes to DCU, they always change everyone.
Yeah.
It's always someone new.
Yeah.
Wow, with MCU, they had someone that knew what they were doing since they helped them make what they're making.
Exactly. And that was the biggest problem with Star Wars is, again, that once we got 7, again, the reason a lot of people backlash is because this was a Disney film. This wasn't something from the mind of Lucas. So most of the people that grew up with like either the prequels or the original trilogies.
And you know what? What he's right about too is that before Disney, Clone Wars came out before Disney. Clone Wars was controlled by Lucasfilm. That's probably another reason why it was so good, is because it wasn't Disney's bastardized version of Star Wars that they've been trying to sell and force at people.
Yeah. Because again, like, it's even constantly talked about on YouTube all the time that Lucas had a vision for what his 7 was going to look like. And
Disney grabbed that shit
fuck out of it
and fucking threw it away.
Exactly, they shat on that idea. They even...
And then because because they bought him, he can't do nothing. He's just right there like, okay, fine. You're a dick, Mickey.
Which sucks. He should have renegotiated it. He had some creative input in that. Like, Mandalorian, I think that he finally got some creative input in it. And look at Mandalorian. Mandalorian is fucking amazing. The very first Star Wars live action is actually really fucking good. And that's a step because, like,
up on me?
think of the Marvel shows and stuff. Some of the Marvel shows are alright.
I'm dealing with
you, bro.
Well, that's something funny I always laughed about for Mandalorian. What? Every time they keep saying, "Why don't you take off your helmet? How, will you ever take it off?" He's like, "No." I start thinking of the Clone Wars cartoon. They all just take off their helmets. Oh, hello.
We are the Death Watch.
Exactly. I still really want to find out where that guy got the what is it, black saber?
No,
dude, he had to have taken that from what's his face, the girl.
That's what I'm saying. I want to find out how.
Well, what's her name? Satine's sister.
Bo-Katan.
Yeah, Bo-Katan. He had to take it from Bo-Katan.
In the Mandalorian, it's canon. Bo-Katan is dead.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like
I want to see.
God damn it!
But here's what I'm saying.
I just watched that all happen.
But here's what I'm saying. I want to see the backstory, like a half the episode show how he got it.
We have to. We have to be getting it
right.
Because remember,
Oscar
he is a Mandalorian. The show is based off the Mandalorians, and now this random moth in the fucking Empire has it. We're gonna get some kind of explanation, because if we don't get it in season 2, something's fucking wrong with this damn show. It would have finally gotten the shaft that is Disney. That we're not gonna explain it.
Speaking of that, remember how the new director of Mandalorian also said we don't have enough material to make the new Mandalorian?
I want to kill
that one is actually kind of
cool. I want to kill Disney. I want to kill I want to kill Disney every time they say that. It's like, George Lucas, his beautiful mind, came up with so many amazing things that you're just saying, oh no, we just don't have anything to work with. It's like, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah. With that, I'm just like, excuse me, what? And I'm over here just like, is it going to be because of her that we're gonna get a terrible season 2?
Who?
The new director of...
No, dude, they're sticking true. Because, what's his face? That guy,
Wait,
John Favreau?
Get in Bone eventually?
Yeah, let's get him Bone again.
Well, I can't. It kicked me out, and every time I joined, it kicked me out of the party. It's messing with the Wi-Fi.
The fuck? What do we have that Bone? What do we all have that Bone can play?
Uno.
It's
a slower pace. It's slower pace.
And it's
so we can actually talk. So it's not constantly slashing.
I can still play like Call of Duty or something. That might work.
Uno.
I don't think Noah has it though, does he?
Uno. Is Uno wait?
Uno's only 4 players, dude.
No, Noah's dead. He's been dead.
Noah?
He's been dead. He's been dead.
He passed out again? Alright guys, we're moving this stream over to Uno. Catch us in a few minutes.